What if we told you that the roots of one of the world's most complex conflicts trace back to over 3 decades ago? Intriguing, isn't it? Let's dive into the Hamas-Israel confrontation. The year was 1987. The first Palestinian Intifada was underway, and amidst this tumultuous period, a new player emerged on the scene: Hamas. 6 years later, in 1993, the first Oslo Accord was signed. This was a peace process that aimed to resolve the Israel-Palestine conflict. However, Hamas was not on board. They opposed the peace process, setting the stage for a series of confrontations. As the peace process crumbled, the stage was set for a series of violent confrontations. The early 2000s were marred by a surge in violence, leading to the Second Intifada and a spate of suicide bombings by Hamas. This tumultuous period was the backdrop for a series of events that would further escalate the tension between Israel and Hamas. The start of the Second Intifada in the year 2000 marked a pivotal point in the conflict. Protests erupted, triggered by a visit by Ariel Sharon to Al-Aqsa Mosque, and the situation rapidly spiraled into a cycle of violence and retaliation. During this time, Hamas carried out a series of suicide bombings in Israel, causing widespread fear and prompting a swift and severe response from Israel. This response came in the form of targeted airstrikes, which in 2004 claimed the lives of 2 key Hamas leaders, Sheikh Ahmed Yassin and Abdel Aziz al-Rantisi. These events marked a significant escalation in the conflict and set the stage for what was to come. With the withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza in 2005 and Hamas's election victory in 2006, the conflict was poised to enter a new, more deadly phase. The stage was set for a shift in the power dynamics of the region, and the tension between these two factions was about to reach an all-time high. From 2007 onward, the conflict has been characterized by a series of military offensives, clashes, and protests, resulting in countless casualties and widespread destruction. The year 2007 marked a critical juncture in this ongoing conflict when Hamas asserted control over Gaza. This takeover led to a series of subsequent military offensives by Israel, further escalating tensions. One notable incident occurred in 2006 when Hamas captured the Israeli soldier Gilad Shalit, an event that reverberated across the globe. As we move forward in time, the conflict continued to simmer and occasionally boil over. In 2018, we saw Palestinian protests ignite at the Gaza-Israel border, a clear sign that the issues at the heart of this conflict remained unresolved. Fast forward to recent times, and the situation seems no less complex or volatile. In 2021, the world watched as clashes over evictions in East Jerusalem led to another intense conflict between Israel and Hamas. This culminated in a ceasefire in May of that year, a momentary pause in a seemingly endless cycle of violence. However, the calm was short-lived. By 2023, the conflict had once again escalated. This was marked by a series of confrontations resulting in the deaths of many Palestinians and Israelis. The rise of right-wing politics in Israel and the fractured Palestinian leadership complicated the situation further. The Hamas-Israel confrontation, a conflict with deep roots and a seemingly endless cycle of violence, continues to evolve and impact lives on both sides. In just 3 minutes, we've journeyed through over 3 decades of the Hamas-Israel confrontation. From the birth of Hamas at the start of the first Palestinian Intifada in 1987, to the signing of the Oslo Accord in 1993 and the start of the Second Intifada in 2000. We've delved into the suicide bombings, the Israeli airstrikes, the takeover of Gaza by Hamas, and the subsequent Israeli military offensives. We've explored the Palestinian protests on Gaza's border with Israel and the recent clashes leading to the ceasefire in May 2021. As we continue to witness the unfolding of this conflict, one can only hope for a resolution that brings lasting peace to the region.